Next up is Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel. I have two builds that I run with her, and they really only depend on the heroic slot. You can just switch those out, and everything else keep the same. So for her, because I'm running an Omega chess piece with the Reactive Cosmic Surge with Might Resolve Proficiency, I'm doing two Triple Valor, just so that way her crit damage and heroics are extra effective and big numbers. And then I'm running raid pieces for her melee and ranged. For her, I prefer to run Vibranium on melee. It's easy to pull off with the light combo finishers and power attacks. And then I like having that polymorph surplus. And then to pair that, I like to have Sonic with my ranged because you can use the Sonic status effect to buff yourself and increase your intrinsic and heroic recharge rate whenever you grab an enemy and pull them in, and that Sonic is just emitting, and you're going to be reaping the benefits from that. Plus, Faultless buff, because she's a melee character, in my opinion. Um, and then the biggest change between the two builds is just this. And so if I'm going to go for like a more DPS, well-rounded build where I'm solo playing, this is what I'm running is the Crest of Sappha, which is from the villain sector. And this is awesome because you're going to get a 10% stat bump on all of your stats with that polymorph energy breaker while you have polymorph full energy. But the biggest thing is the polymorph assistance. So whenever there's an orb on the ground, all you do is hold R2 and polymorph is active, walk over the orb, and then boom, you've got that all that heroic missing energy is back. And this is such a great perk for her. And so this is great for DPS, just infinite heroic spam. And then if you're going to go more of a support build from the vaults and Red Room, Marvelous Regalia, this is going to add damage buff, crit chance buff, and crit damage buff to everybody whenever you pop your L1. Um, and so these are the stats that I run on her. Valor Might Resolve, and then Might Resolve Proficiency. That gives me nice defense with 214 there, as you can see, for Resolve. And then I'm running Valor Might Precision on both of these. You can get away with, for her, having just straight Might Valor on your range and melee, but because she's really great at holding down an enemy and getting that status effect of Sonic going down, I like to have a little bit of range attack for her. So these are her final stats and my main build for her. As you can see, I don't run any resilience. That's largely in part due to my comic collection, which is pretty well stacked. And so I have a base resilience of 16% armor, where that's without champion points being poured in for her. I think maybe she has one or two, but no, I think just one. But this is her build. Yeah, just switch out the heroic pieces if you want to go support or DPS.